Hello and welcome. Today let's talk about how to start meditation, since a couple of friends asked me this. So, what do you really need to start meditating? Well, actually you don't really need much. You just need yourself and a chair. So, what I recommend doing is just really trying it out. Maybe 3 minutes every day. You don't really need to start 20 minutes or 1 hour every day. You can just start small. So what you can do, just really sit down, both feet on the floor, and sit straight in a straight position, but also you need to be relaxed. So don't be stiff, just be straight in a relaxed way. And then you can put one hand on top of another. And also this is just one starting position. Of course, you can use a meditation pillow if you have one. I have this one, it's great. Actually, I'm sitting in Seiza because that's the position I'm used to. You can also just try lotus or half lotus sitting. Try and use the one you can do, and try and use the one which feels good for you. So what else do you need for meditation? Well, nothing really. If you want to use any application to measure the time for your meditation, I really recommend this one. It's called Insight Timer. I'm using it for the last 7 or even more years. And as you can see, it has a timer, it has guided meditations, it has courses, and so on. Basically, most of the time I'm using the free timer application of it and guided meditation. As you can see, it has 45,000 of free guided meditations. And if you choose to pay for the premium price, you can also check out the courses, which I do or did before, and I can recommend very much them. But just when you start out, I recommend that you try it out and you can just use it to measure the time. So the next question you might ask, okay, I have a chair or a pillow, I sit down, what's next? And that's a very good question. And it's very simple actually, but it's not thinking. That would be a misconception, to stop thinking. That doesn't work. What my understanding how we should be doing this is just to let thoughts go. So whenever something comes to our mind, let it go. Not start thinking about it. And that applies to the whole life of ourselves, every moment, not just those 3 minutes where I'm sitting or 10 minutes, 20, not just during meditation, but each part of my life, each moment. So really I won't start thinking about the past and I won't start to think about the future, because this way I can really be in the present moment, regardless if I'm meditating or not. Well, I think I should be in this meditative state all the time, really just being aware of my mind and really see what happens and really let these things go. So I think Alan Watts puts it in a way that if you have a thought and then you start thinking about the thought and then again comes the next thought, then you start this whole chain, and that takes a lot of energy. So what you could do instead is just really not start thinking about thinking, not start thinking about this thought. Just let it go. It happens, it's our mind, it's our ego. Many things are happening in our mind, but if we just let them go, they will no longer control our actions. They will no longer control what we do. So that's really just being able to take a step back, be in the present moment, and decide from the best course. What is the best thing which I can do in this moment? So if you have a chance to go to a retreat, I think there you can learn a lot about yourself. And once I went to Nagyvárad for a couple of days, and we were meditating for about 8 hours each day. And what happened in the first day? Not much. I had a lot of thoughts. For me, it was okay to sit. It was not a problem. But I had a lot of thoughts coming in for a day or 1.5 days. And then these thoughts started to stop. Or they didn't go very often. everything started to become simpler, calmer, more peaceful, because I had an easier time to let these things go. So I had peace in myself, and whatever came to my mind came easily and then again went out easily. So I could just let these things go. And that's part of the meditation. That's what happened during meditation. And then what happened otherwise when we were not meditating, I could really smell a lot better. If someone was drinking a tea over there, 10-15 meters away from me, I could smell it. And at the first day, the way how we ate, that the food goes around once, and then second time, and of course vegetarian food. And if you want to take the second time, of course you can. And the first day, I think I always took the second time. And then just after a day, I realized, well, actually, I don't really need this food. Why would I need it? I'm sitting the whole time. So why would I need it? So I think from the second day, I started eating maybe half portions or even less. And the tastes were a lot better than before because my mind was not clogged with all these thoughts. My mind was very calm, and I could be in that present moment, really feel the taste, really smell, and really be present in the moment. Of course, it was a silent retreat, so we didn't talk with each other, with the others. Maybe one sentence each day, but that was it. But when we finished after 3 or 4 days, all of us had a different state of mind, a different consciousness. And you can really realize the difference when you go home and you feel this peacefulness. And also, we were dressing very simple. We had a simple life for those couple of days. So if you have a chance to go to a retreat, visit a retreat like this. So if you live in Switzerland, you can try Vipassana retreat for 10 days. And this is the bare minimum, an introduction to Vipassana meditation. And I had a couple of friends and some others very much recommending me this. I think everyone said that they recommended it to others and then that they had huge changes, or at least some changes in their lives. I'm planning to do this in the future myself as well. So if you like meditation, if you did it for a couple of days or weeks, then I recommend that you visit a teacher or visit a meditation group, because there they can really help you to explain a bit more how to sit, how to focus your mind better, and you could be also part of the community, which is a great thing. So I visited the One Drop Zendo in Budapest, and they also have a group actually in Basel. So if you live in Switzerland, you can also visit the group in Basel. So as the next thing, I would like to talk a little bit about the purpose of meditation. But then again, don't listen to me much, because these are just words and it's very hard to explain what you cannot explain. You need to experience it yourself. And this is what other teachers say as well. So explaining, for example, Zen, the Zen Buddhism, would be something like explaining the taste of honey to someone who never tasted it. So explaining Zen or explaining really what is meditation all about is impossible. And then again, I will try my best to explain the meditation process. So the first step kind of is to reach this state called samadhi, which is the single pointedness of mind. I think someone phrases it in a way that it's very, very high awareness, really being able to point the focus, really being able to focus our awareness into one single point. And that's the start. And when you deepen your meditation, then the next step would be satori. And satori means enlightenment or awakening, or really feeling, experiencing the being one with everything that exists. Really just being one. And that's the whole point of the meditation, really just experiencing and feeling this. And I believe some people call this ego death, because when we experience that everything is one, our ego can no longer exist, our mind can no longer exist. So this is again, it's a state of no mind. The mind cannot understand it, and the mind cannot really take us there. We need to let all these things go. And then again, maybe this is not the end of meditation, because what happens next if you are awakened? Well, then you go out and live your life. Actually, as one master puts it, before Satori, you cut the wood and bring water. And after Satori, you cut the wood and bring water. So what is changes? What changes? Well, nothing and everything. You still need to live in this life with your body, in this experience of the life. But everything that you do will be different, coming from a different source. It's not gonna be ego-driven. It's not gonna be driven by our patterns. It's gonna be driven by the divine, driven by the true self, the being. And that will make all the difference. So the point then is really to end suffering. And I think everything you do will be aligned to that goal. And everything you do will come from love for others and as well for yourself. It's the same thing basically. So if you love and accept yourself, you love and accept anybody else. So that's my understanding of really being one with everyone and really being and feeling, experiencing this state of oneness. Okay. So yes, you can be in the present moment, just really enjoy the hedgehog walking through the garden. Very, very beautiful and cute. Okay, back to the topic. So I think this is the best way how I can explain a little bit the process of meditation, the purpose really. But then again, these are just the words. Don't believe me. Don't trust me on this. Maybe read a book or another one, find teachers, but they will again just say some words to you. And these words are really just signposts in the direction to awakening, enlightenment. What we cannot really express with the limited words, because words are based on ego, and ego is based on the mind, so the mind is limited. And our being is really unlimited. So how could we explain it with words? We can't. So as the last thing, I would like to share the benefits of meditation. And one would be lowering the stress level. And it is scientifically proven that meditators have a lower stress level, lower anxiety, and also lower blood pressure. So meditation can really heal us. Meditation can really bring us forward, and being able to remain calm in every situation and really being able to do the best, not just for us, but for others as well. So I think that really being able to take a step back and not follow our patterns, not follow our mind patterns, but to be aware of them, be accepting them, but not be controlled by them. So try to pay attention next time you experience some high emotions, something in your body or mind. Maybe anger, maybe frustration, maybe anxiety. Try to be aware of it. Try to watch it from outside. Try to just watch the thought, watch the emotion, and not judge it. Just not do anything about it. Just watch and see what happens. I think that's when we can really start to be more mindful, being more aware of what happens in our mind. And the mind is not us. Our thoughts are not us. We are basically just following patterns most of the time, which are coming from childhood, from others, maybe from ourselves as well. But the question is really if these patterns are serving us or not. And if not, why do we do them? And if we can really stop, recognize the patterns, accept them, accept ourselves the way we are, I think then we can change. Actually, as Kurth, Buddhist rapper, puts it, everything where you put your attention or awareness changes. So my recommendation is really to do meditation for 3 minutes every day and see what happens in a week, in 2 weeks, in a month. See what changes in your life and see how does it feel. And please comment below if you like this video, if you have a question, or if you would like to share something, maybe your own experience, your own journey. We each have a different journey with different meditation practices. There is no right or wrong way to do this. The whole point is just to do it. Thank you for listening today. And what I always say actually is very much connected to this meditation and mindfulness practice, or being aware. And that is be present, love everyone, and break the pattern. So thank you again for listening. See you in the next video. Ciao! Namaste.